one of the main things that people are feeling, particularly at this sort of time in world history, you know, we're in the midst of the COVID virus when I'm making these videos. One of the things people are finding is that huge change in normal routine. So many people spent lots and lots of time on their own, whether they traveled to work, went to work, did stuff with work. They spent a lot of time on their own. And what was able to happen then was the freedom that they chose. So whatever it was, whether they got to eat what they wanted, they got to partake of their particular addiction, whether that's, you know, smoking or drinking, or maybe it was illicit drugs for you, maybe it was recreational drugs, maybe it was something else. You know, you got to do, I don't know, any other addiction, your porn addiction, your gaming addiction. People got to do all the things that they wanted to do that were important to them, also part of their addiction stuff, and stuff that wasn't addictive. But if we're talking about in that stuff in terms of addictions, people got to go and do what they needed to do to feed those addictive behaviours, those addictive thoughts. Now that people are in lockdown, the real trauma and the real problems for people are they are feeling constantly watched. They are constantly feeling questioned because they're in amongst their family, they're in lockdown, they're hanging out with people who they don't necessarily always spend a lot of time with, and things have shifted and changed. So I want to do some tapping with you to help you in those moments when you feel like you're being questioned, you're constantly being watched, you're under the microscope, and man, is that hard stuff to actually work your way through. I remember those days for me, and it was tough. I like my freedom. I like coming and going. I kind of like floating around in the world. So being questioned, I get it. So let's do some tapping on how that feels and about being constantly watched, constantly questioned, so that in the moment when you're feeling that, you've got this to refer to, okay? So even though my normal routine is so out of whack, I feel like I'm being watched. I feel like my every move is being scrutinized. I feel that what I do is being questioned. And I feel so vulnerable and exposed. I don't like this. But I am going to honour how I feel. Even though I feel questioned, I feel like I'm being made to answer for myself. I feel like I'm under a microscope. And I don't like this. I'm going to honour those feelings right now. Even though I feel just watched, constantly watched. I feel like what I do is questioned. I feel that my movements are questioned. My decisions are questioned. And it feels like a microscope, and I don't like it. But I am going to honour those feelings, and I'm going to love the person that I am. So we're going to tap through the points. If you're new to tapping, you just follow along with us. This feeling of being watched in my own home. The feeling that I'm being questioned and having to provide answers and justifying what I'm doing. That's why I don't spend a lot of time here. But now I'm stuck here. Feel like I'm being questioned, scrutinized, judged, because all of my decisions are getting questioned. Feeling nagged, and totally feeling like I'm in a fishbowl. Everything I do is being questioned, is being watched, is being scrutinized, is being judged. Everything I say, everything I do, just being judged and scrutinized and questioned. I think I'm in a fishbowl, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's a horrible feeling. Feels like I'm in a fishbowl. Feels like I'm trapped. Feels like I can't move. I can't breathe. I'm used to having freedom. I'm used to coming and going as I please. I'm used to not answering to people. Certainly not answering to them. And I don't like it. I just don't like it. All of this judgment, all of this questioning, all of this scrutiny, feeling watched all the time, totally feeling watched, totally feeling questioned, every decision questioned, every move questioned and watched and just scrutinized. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I actually hate it. If I'm truthful, I hate it. I hate being kept tabs on. I hate not having my freedom. I'm angry about not having my freedom. I'm constantly watched, constantly just checked up on and questioned, and I don't like it. I hate it. Makes me mad. Totally makes me mad. When they question me, when they feel like they're criticizing me and judging me, because everything's questions and questions and questions. And there's no escape. I can't go out. Can't disappear and do my normal life. I feel judged, trapped. All of this judgment, all of this scrutiny, all of this being watched and questioned, and just feeling like I'm in this fishbowl. It's horrible, and I hate it. And I really, really hate it. So if this is you and you are feeling huge intensity still, and you're feeling quite upset and anxious about it, rewind it. Go back to the beginning of this tapping stuff and do it again. The idea is, before we move on to the positive stuff, I want you to have taken some of the tension and intensity out of this. Now, if you've got huge triggers coming up and big stuff coming up and really some trauma here, some anxiety here, some anger here, some stuff that you really know that you need to clear out, now's the perfect time to do that. Whether you come and work with me or you work with another practitioner, but you look for someone who's certified, qualified, got the experience, who can take you into this and help you clear it out once and for all, so these triggers aren't there. Because this too shall pass and you'll move on out. It'll be great to move on out in terms of getting out when we are all opened up and we're allowed back out again, and you're able to do it without needing to escape your home, but being able to just manage and deal with whatever it is that's going on in that home. So we're going to do some positive rounds of tapping now. We're going to honour how we feel. I'm going to honour how I feel. These are my emotions. It's okay to feel them. It's really okay to have them. Not about anybody else. It's just about my truth. Because this is how I'm feeling. These are the thoughts I have. These are my triggers. And I honour them. I deeply honour my thoughts. I honour the events that created these thoughts, because they come from my beliefs. And I'm just going to honour that. I'm going to honour it. I'm going to do some work on it. I'm going to start to release why it triggers me so much. I'm going to shift my own thoughts. I am going to work on my own beliefs, so I can be beyond this and not be stuck here with these thoughts, but have freedom from these thoughts. I can do this. I can honour how I feel. I can honour my truth. I can work through my truth. I can strengthen my truth. I can work through it. I really can. I can leave this be, and I can let it go. Take a lovely, lovely big deep breath. I hope you're feeling the energy shifting in your body just like I always do when I do tapping. And I said, if this is real for you and you want some support, you know where to find us, australiantappinginstitute.com.au. And if you go into how we help, you will find a practitioner page. Graduates on there who would wonderfully love to help you through anything you've got going on. So if you like this or you found it was valuable, please share it. Please like it. Depending on where you found us, please subscribe. But join us again while we spend some time with everyone going through the specific stresses and anxieties and the specific real issues people are dealing with through this time of social isolation, lockdown because of the COVID virus and all the other stuff. Let's get real and deal with the real stuff, not the general stuff, so that you can make this social isolation not as traumatic as it needs to be. I'll see you on the next video. I'm Lorna from the Australian Tapping Institute.